All right, hustlers, we are at grocery outlet. As you can see right there, I'm in the parking lot. Let me see if I can zoom in a little more. There you go. So I'm actually doing some research and development here. Now, a lot of times I show you guys the kind of numbers that I do and that sort of thing. That's great, but I want to do more. I want to do more in terms of revenue. So what does that mean? That means if I want to do more, I have to do more. I got to do more work. So I'm going to go into grocery outlets, see what I can find. You guys know I tend to focus on grocery and gourmet. A lot of times snack foods, but when I go in here tonight, I'm actually looking for some cereal. I want to look at coffee. Those are the two areas I want to check out. As you can see, it's dark out, but it's actually only 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. And that's because I'm actually in Pennsylvania, so I'm on Eastern Time for those of you who didn't know it. Let's see what we can see. Again, I'm not going to buy anything. I'm just going to take a few snapshots of some things that I can research and see if they would be good deals. Let's see what we can find. All right, hustlers, I'm back. And as you can see, it's now 7:08, and I've told you guys a million times. When you go doing retail arbitrage, one of the things is it eats up time. I mean, eats it up. It seems like, I was in there just 5 minutes and there's a half an hour gone. Well, better than a half an hour gone. So we'll have to see how I did. And I think I did okay for the little bit of time that I spent. But let's see how we did. All right, guys, so we're back at the lab. Let's look at some of the stuff that I did find. I'm basically going to show you what I'm looking at, how I'm evaluating. This is important because if you want to get the kind of numbers that I get, you might want to follow some of the things that I do. There are other ways to do it. This is just how I do it. So the first thing we're going to look at, the first thing I saw was this cereal. Now, I'm using a tool. The reason you're seeing on my Amazon page, the reason you're seeing it look like this is because I'm using a tool from Inventory Labs. We'll talk about that in other videos, but that basically just puts things in front of me so that at a glance I can see things like the rank. That's important. But here's the thing you got to look at. Okay, so number one, while I'm in the store, I'm using my phone, and what I'm doing is taking pictures. And this isn't coming out as good as I would like, but you can see those Swiss roll, that cereal is $2.49. That's the first thing I'm looking for. So right off the bat, you can tell that's going to be tight if they're selling it for $11.38. But that's the buy box probably. Let's click into it. And like I said, that's the buy box price. I ain't really worried about that. I'm worried about who's selling it for the most. That's who I'm worried about. So I see somebody selling it for $14.99. Now watch what happens. If I listed it at $14.99, and then it cost me $2.49. Here's your merchant fulfilled column. Here's your FBA column. And I got a net profit of $11.30. Now that's taking into account my buy cost, but we still got to ship it. But see, I already know if you're looking at the box and you're talking about a net weight of 13 and a half ounces, this is going to have to ship for 2 pounds. And I already know at 2 pounds, most of my shipments are going to be about anywhere between roughly, I would say, on average, like $8. So I don't mind being a little bit tight on that. You're talking about, at this point, you're talking about a return on investment of 453%. But if we add in what I think is going to cost to ship, now we're talking about a net profit of $3.30, but that's still a return on investment of 31.46%. You see what I'm saying? So this is how I do it, guys. I'm not saying you, a lot of people want more than that. Some people are looking at that profit in dollars and they don't like it. Some people are looking at a return on investment. If it's not at least 100%, meaning they're doubling their money, they don't want it. Your business model is your business model. But when you look at your big businesses out here, like for instance, the one that I went and looked at this, trust me, they're happy to get 20%, return on investment. I'm just telling you, you know what I mean? When you're thinking of as a hustler, you're thinking about flipping, yeah, you're trying to do better than that. If you really want a legitimate business, that I've shown you, watch the last video we put out. I was showing you 1099Ks from like the year 2011 and stuff like that. Here we are, 2024. So when you're talking to me, you're talking about a business that has been maintained and steady and reliable and predictable. I have to go for margins that are sustainable. If you can do better, by all means, do that. So let's look at the next one. So the next one we looked at is this Stouffer's holiday short break. Now you see that's 99 cents each, or basically $1. And when you come out to Amazon, remember that's $1 for one. This one is a multi-pack of 3. This one is a multi-pack of 2. Now again, you're looking at good rank. Now you got to remember, we just came out of the holidays. However, we came out of the holidays the end of December, so you had all of January. If you really wanted to look, we'll take a closer look at the Keeper chart on this. But again, now in this case, I'm looking at whoever has the buy box. I'm not a big buy box guy. You guys know that if you follow my channel. But you know what? In this case, I might just jump in with them. We'll take a quick look at the other sellers just to kind of see what's going on. Now you notice the buy box is at $21.99, but that is prime, which means somebody's doing FBA with that. I'm not doing FBA. So I can jump in where the other guys are. But I might still jump in at that price. Let's see. If I got it listed at $21.99, it's costing me roughly $3. I could probably make some money with that, because by the time you factor in, you're probably going to have to ship for what? Probably 3 pounds. You're probably going to have to go with. It just depends. You might get away with 2. It just depends on how much your materials are going to be, your packing materials as far as boxing that. You might get it for 2 pounds, but you figure if you did, you're probably looking at about $8 to ship, and you still got plenty of room here to play with. If you got a profit of $7.69 and that's getting you 69, you could round up to 70% return on investment. You could play around with that. I would definitely go with that one. Let's see if I can get back. Now you had a pack of 2. Same thing. Let's see what that looks like. Not a bad Keeper chart at all. You figure it's going to cost you roughly $2, but you might as well just say $10 with your shipping. That one is a little tighter, I think. I like the three bagger better. And if you look at your keeper chart, just to kind of look at, I mean, you got a much tighter. We're looking in February. Yeah, you still got a lot. I think it was you had a little more volatility in January, but I think we could sell some of these. So there's that. Let's see if we got another one here. Okay, guys. Now you can see we're looking at these Lara bars, if I'm pronouncing that right. They sell pretty good. It's the minis peanut butter chocolate chip for $1.99. And let's take a look. And here, I keep showing you like this because you got to understand when you take your first look, you might say, that may not work. Click into it, look into it, see what other people are doing. This is obviously FBA. You see the prime there. You're not competing with them necessarily. If you're like me and you're going merchant fulfill. If you are, then obviously, you do need to look at it. I can tell you right now, we can look at it from that standpoint. It looks like this. Okay, number one, let's just assume that we're going to list it at $14.99. It's going to cost us basically $2. If we were to go FBA, okay, you're talking about a net profit of $7.51. Now, you have to understand when you're shopping at stores like grocery outlet, you got to watch your expiration dates because they can be a little tight, especially when you factor in the time it takes for that item to actually get inventoried and actually made available. That's going to eat up time. So you're already tight. But with merchant fulfilled, you have a lot more leeway. Okay. Now, with merchant fulfilled, and you figure I may be able to actually get this out. Matter of fact, I should be able to get this out for under £1. So, which would actually end up costing me around $6. So then altogether, I'm still looking. If I list this product right where it is in the buy box, I know I can make a profit with this. I'm still looking at 72% return on investment. So you guys, you see how this is working. This Amazon thing really ain't that hard, man. Let me see if there's anything else. I'm not sure. Let's see. All right. So now you can see this Cuban traditional roast. You can get that for $10.99. That is the 37.2 ounce. Again, remember, $10.99. Now, what happens when we're looking at it online? Now, remember, guys, you notice I took pictures of this so that I could do this kind of research without standing around. I'll talk a little bit more about that, but don't let me forget. All right. The rank is decent. See, a lot of people stay away from rank like this. I don't. That's the difference. That's why my business model, I'm not going to tell you mine is better than anybody. All I can do is show you what I do. And I've been showing you what I do since 2017, and it's been consistent, guys. If you want a consistent, reliable business, that's what it's all about. Everybody can be a flash in the pan. Everybody can be a one-hit wonder. Who is going to show you the amount of 1099Ks that I show you? If you didn't see it, watch last week's video, please. If you're looking for a real business, okay? Now, right here, I can see $29.99. Maybe I can make money with that. Maybe not. $10.99. That's a net profit of $14.50. At that price, it's gonna, I can tell you, because I'm on the East Coast. For those of you who might be Midwest, man, you kicking it. Because you ain't got too far to go in either direction. I am not strategically located in the United States. You know what I mean? But it's what it is. I ain't moving just yet. I already know that this is going to be £3 anyway to ship. Now, that's not a deal breaker, but it's not necessarily a deal maker either. So let's look at your other people. Maybe somebody's selling it a little higher, like this guy right here. Now he's a new seller, but I like his price a little better. $31.99. That gives me a little breathing room. I'd rather come in there. And again, guys, remember, like I said, when you're selling, grocery items, most of the time you're going to be dealing with expiration dates. So yeah, you got to take that into account. But I'm not going to keep you any longer. I hope this shows you, exactly how you can make money. It's so important that you guys know it's not that hard. Now, listen, if you made it this far, I know you're serious. At the very least, if you made it this far, you're serious about at least being aware of a way that you can make money. Okay. Remember, I do this in addition to a full-time job. Remember, I am an older fellow, and I don't run away from that. I don't shy away from that. Shout out to my old heads out there, okay? I'm an old head. And it's very important that you be acknowledged, okay? You can do this too. And you can do it with your level of experience, okay? With the things you've been through, with the mistakes you've made in life, okay? So, keep that in mind. Guys, again, thank you so much. If you really want to help this channel, it doesn't cost you nothing. Click the like button. Share this video, subscribe. But most important, it's not about what I'm asking you for. Most important, it's about what I'm willing to give to you absolutely free. If you are serious, if you want to run some questions by me, if you want somebody to talk to about it, you don't have any pressure. I'm not trying to push anything on you. The only thing I ever try to do is help you and give of my personal time, my attention. Text the words working class hustler to the number on your screen. It's also down in the description. I will respond to you. Okay. Whatever question you have, it would be my pleasure to hop on a call. It don't cost you nothing. I've heard somebody called me last week and he was telling me there was somebody he jumped on with and it cost him. I'm just not going to do that, guys. If it was about the money, trust me, I would have left a long time ago. I've been doing this a long time and I don't have a lot of followers. Now it's easy. It's easy when you look at these creators out here that got big numbers and everything is just blown up. It's obvious why they do it, because they're getting something. They're getting something tangible in return. I'm not getting anything tangible. The only thing I get is in here, a feeling that I helped you. So if that means anything, if that's worth anything, and you're serious, give me a call, give me a text. It's all good, baby. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.